You.
What's happening? Not a whole lot, not a whole lot. This dude. This guy. I understand. You ready to get this poppin'? What's happening in MNFL? We're back. Friday night MNFL Live. What's happening out there? What's good? We are back with a good show. Me and D-Bev rocking in the building. Let me pull him up on screen here real quick. Alright. There we go. Live and direct. Alright, we good?
What up?
What's happening out there?
Yes, sir.
Alright, so let's talk in depth, man. It's been a while since we've been on here, man. We trying to bring it back for the culture one time, Let me kill the music. But yeah. So we back, man. I don't think we've done once for outside of player haters ball. We ain't done the video since then. We ain't no group video anyway.
Nah, this is definitely a virgin joint right here from Madden 21.
Yeah, oh my. Yeah. Yes indeed. So yeah, man. So man, I guess just what the temperature is, for the league right now. What's it like? We in season 2. So things is different now, a little bit different now.
Go
Go ahead, man. You already sipping on stuff. Go ahead, talk your talk.
No, it ain't that much different. Cheese heads going cheese heads, and you know what I mean, and everything in between. Listen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, hold up. So first off, kudos to this is the first time publicly I think we had a show post season 1 Super Bowl.
Right.
Right. So
let's talk about it. I mean, there was some controversy around that whole situation, wasn't it?
I mean, I don't know if controversy a little soft of a word, brother. I mean, we talk in asterisks, like major asterisks here. I mean, you saw what happened when you ran that joint back, though. You saw,
yeah.
My man, Maisie had the crispy stream. The crispy internet. And came away with the flawless victory. My man, the team in Baltimore, what he was 7-7 right now, or something like that.
Something like that.
Something outlandish. So all I'm saying, bro. All I'm saying, man. I mean, so congrats to Maisie on winning season 1 Super Bowl.
Oh, so you giving Maisie that type? You're giving it to the team of Baltimore who actually got the trophy, huh?
Salute to my nigga Maisie, yo.
Oh wow. Hold up.
We already know what it is, man. Hey yo, we know everyone knows what it is, man. Salute to Maisie.
Wow.
I mean, we know who the real champ is.
That's wild. All I can say. That's all I can say. That's wild.
Hey,
that's wild. I mean, hey man, listen. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
You might want to see if you get a refund on that trophy. Is all I'm saying.
Hey, listen. I mean, I listen. It's controversy around that period. It's one of those things where, he made a note in the chat that he was having, issues with the connection in the second half. And then let's be real, like we're not going to give EA a pass when it comes to this, whole business of connections, because the servers have been trash, and they've gotten worse in large part, over the course of, this cycle. They've patched it 3 or 4 times just to quote unquote have it, work, decent. So I mean, it very well could have been a connection issue. I mean, I've had before this last patch. I remember I playing coach in a game with Raiders, and literally like the game froze on us repeatedly. You know what I'm saying? It was the menus froze. We couldn't call plays. Neither one of us could call plays. You couldn't do nothing but let the clock run out and decline the penalty. And then it was so bad that at the end of the game, like we was driving back and forth, like it was lagging in the game menu, so you couldn't pick your defense or your offense properly. I mean, always get picked better because you were picking your play first, typically. Yeah. But I had trouble calling plays, trouble making adjustments. You know what I'm saying? So we both probably gave up some easy plays on offense, or defense per se, because you couldn't get set up. And it came down to the final drive, and he literally got kicked from the game because of grieving, because the game kept doing the menu shit, and it kicked him out because every time I declined the penalty, you get 3 in 1 drive, that's it for you. Yeah. So that's that right there and then is wild to me. So I mean, what can you say? What really can you say?
That's facts. That's facts. I mean, that happened to me and Coach in our game too. One game we played. So yeah, it's wild, man.
Yeah.
I mean, EA gonna do what EA gonna do. But we seen what the character of a man is when a brother posts in chat, help, restart early on. Like it wasn't like it was fourth quarter and some a huge blowout. What it was like what? It was a 10-0. It wasn't even that.
It was early game. It was early on in the game.
Man, come on, man. Come on, man. If you a GOAT like you say you are, if you one of the OGs, you built your name in this league, man. You have some sort of like integrity about yourself, man. Start the game over, man. Like who wants to win that way, let alone play? Like that's trash. I mean, the fact that you confident and hoisting that trophy and the manner in which you did, given the circumstances, is just beyond me, brother. That's all I gotta say about it. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, like I said, I guess, the Ty was playing devil's advocate a little bit because, they were saying that you wasn't complaining about it until you were losing, quote unquote, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a tight game, first game, but the second game, it was, he was up, 7-10, something like that. And then, he was saying it was lagging or whatever. But I think the issue was, if I had to pinpoint facts, is that I think he hit him up in PM, was like, yo, the joint is lagging. I don't know if he ignored him or whatever, but he
ignored him. You ain't gotta ask that question. He ignored him.
Listen,
nigga left that nigga on red.
You stupid. Yeah, I don't know, but regardless, I think that he probably hit him up early on, on the side, and then when he didn't get a response in PM, or he didn't get a response he wanted, it became an issue in the chat. So I don't know, but So, I mean, then he go out and get Khalil Mack, in trade, the Bears traded Khalil Mack, and then, now, he looks stouter, for up front than he did when he won, quote unquote, won the Super Bowl. So
Clowney and Mack up there, that's wild.
It's wild. Yeah, it's mean edge rush. Everybody online ain't up to par yet, so it's hard to combat that.
So is he a 7th seed though, right?
Here we go. Let's look at it. Let's look at the status.
Let me pull this joint up real quick.
I just updated the site before we got on, so yeah.
Oh snap! He's not even in the playoffs right now, bro.
What?
Like I mean, as of right now, 7th seed is the Bengals.
Okay. I mean, so we got what? We got 2 to play.
Two after this week. Yeah, 2
to play. They both played already, so they got 2 to play. So yeah, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I mean, the ball don't lie. Ain't that what they say?
That's what they say. So,
oh man.
I don't know. I'm having it's wild, bro. It's wild. That's all I can tell you. It's wild, but it's I mean, like I said, I mean, overall, I mean that can go back to the whole Spygate conversation. They can be like, they still got a trophy, regardless of how you slice it. He still got a trophy, so no.
Well, you know how I feel about that organization, So I mean, it's all one and the same to me. Yeah,
true.
It's all one and the same. So yeah, you want to put him in the same light as a Tamika Brady, as a Bill Belichick? Go ahead. That's.
So I'm sure you don't put no punches when it comes to that. You don't put no punches when it comes to that at all. So yeah, I get it. I get it, but it's tough as from a commissioner standpoint because it's hard to police that. You just try to hope. Like you said, people have take people at their word and have integrity about it. And just say that we restart because the first game desynced on its own. Like it wasn't even an issue with it. They DA cut them off. I think I'm showing the standards in the chat now. So yeah, so looking at it, so he is his 8th seed, you're right. And the Bengals are 4-1 in the division, so yeah, they definitely got the 7th seed right now. It's crazy because it hadn't been for the new playoff format, we wouldn't even talking about it at all. Because he'd be 2 out. The Jacksonville Jaguars had a big win today. They beat the Cardinals today. You saw that,
bruh. How, Sway? How, Sway? No, I don't mean no disrespect. Los, my dude. I mean, I'm just looking at the rosters, bro. Like, hats off to Los. With the Jags roster to make any sort of noise. And to be fair, I don't even know what type of moves he made in the offseason, so I don't know what that second season roster even looking like. But,
yeah, it was young in his own right. I think I talked about in the rookie premiere that he's maybe one D lineman away from being elite up front overall because he had K'Davon Chase on from a rookie deal. C.J. Henderson, they got both of those in the last draft. So, and then he drafted a D tackle in the first round. So him, Taven Bryant, and they had Josh Allen already. So he's straight. So he drafted a D lineman and he was good. Taven Bryant from 2 years ago. He had Kason and Allen on the edges. So yeah, from a D line perspective, he's straight. Yeah, so
that's what you need in the AFC. You got them running boys. You got Jonathan Taylor and Nick Chubb. You need that and Joe Mixon. To add to it now.
Yeah. In the words of Favorite Flay, running for your life by the night.
Man, that's crazy that we talking about a running league though right now. And
Kevin hit the nail on the head, man. He was saying that it's sharply turning back towards run the ball. I don't think, honestly, truly, they tapered it down at the beginning and when the game first launched, but it swiftly came back because people were finding it just shifted from run plays. Like instead of stretch running rail, it was inside runs. You know what I mean? Like stretch can still work, but you got to call a different formation. It ain't always I form now. It's single back and shotgun and pistol. People don't run a lot of pistol now. Have you noticed that? So it's pistol runs now. They're getting yards and getting good blocking. And the targeting in this shit is just ridiculous to me. I can go all day about the flaws in the crap that's going on in this game, but it's becoming. It was a passing league first season. If you look at the passing numbers from last year to this year, it's two different things. Right. Running's back up and passing's back down slightly. Now it ain't as bad as last year, last Madden, because passing numbers if you had a 1,000-yard receiver, you was lucky. Unless you had Tyreek Hill. But but that's an anomaly. Anybody else 99 speed but his ass. But it's becoming more of a running league. I'll even look at the stats real quick while we're talking. So the leading, it's so funny. We can talk about the Haskins trade in a minute too. Let's talk about that. But the running back, the top running back is 1,795 yards. That's Antonio Gibson. Shout out to you for trading him to the Falcons. He's super happy about that shit.
Yeah.
Then you got Jonathan Taylor, 1701. You got Joe Mixon at 1656. So and then the top receiver is Parrish Campbell, who's 16-0. Damn, B-Mink has the second leading rusher and the top receiver in the league. Who is this guy's quarterback? Who is this guy's quarterback, bro? This is crazy. That's crazy.
But he feeding them that ball though. 60 receptions.
Yeah, 60 receptions, 214 carries for Taylor, 60 receptions for Campbell. Campbell got 12 touchdowns and Jonathan Taylor got 28 touchdowns. Kiss the baby on those awards. It's over. It's over. You're not catching that. You're not catching it. There's only 2 games left, so you're not catching that, dude.
I mean, but then again, I mean, do we got to call out the elephant in the room with his division?
Call it. Oh, so
I'm just saying, like we called this from jump. Like, ain't nobody want to go to the South for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
So the second B-Man claimed the Colts. It was all right. B-Man's division. You know, that's what it is.
Off rip, huh?
Off rip. You know what I mean?
He get a thumbs up in the chat too.
right. You know what it is.
Oh man, y'all wild boys. Y'all some wild boys. But yeah, I mean, like I said, the passing's up. I mean, you know, I think that it's up, but it's not up as much. You know, and like I said, it's 2 4,000 yard passes. You got Teddy Bridgewater 2, Kyler Murray's 3 at 3,691 yards. Russell Wilson is actually 4 with 3,500. So yeah, I mean, the passing touchdowns, Teddy Bridgewater got 46. That's jokey, right? Jokey still got Teddy B? Yeah, okay. So yeah, so speaking of quarterback trades, now how the hell did Dwayne Haskins leave the NFC and go to the top of the rankings in the AFC for best quarterback from off a trade? And the team was like 2 in the rest.
Yo, EA is trash.
It is trash for that. Like, that's crazy, bro.
God,
that's crazy. I mean, I'm sure that it was number 2 in the rankings for the NFC's happy about it because, you know, clearly Deshaun Watson ain't gonna win no awards and shit. But, you know, I'm assuming it's Kyler Murray or it's probably Teddy Bridgewater, actually. Now, I'm looking at the stats, probably Teddy.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah,
I'm 46
sure.
TDs.
I can look at it, look it up right now. Hold on. I got my controller in my hand right here. Yeah, I'll find out. But yeah, that's weird. It's very weird that he traded him that late in the season. Because I think, you know, I mean, you got 3 games. At this point, he had 3 games left. You know what I'm saying? So why would you trade your quarterback like that? You know, but I did peep the game. Like, a part of the game, I think he played B-Main in the game after he got Watson, right? And I think that he was out there again running for your life, snapping, sprinting. It was bad. It was bad. You
know what I'm just saying? This is what I'm saying. You can't break old habits. Yo.
Yeah,
I mean,
or you go out and get something
you got here.
Yeah, there it is. I think it is also one of those things where you're going to find somebody that's going to be able to allow you to continue those habits. You know, it's like, Haskins ain't the most fleet of foot guy. I mean, shouts out to 5 for calling him the slowest black quarterback he ever seen.
Oh, man.
So, but yeah.
Zero athleticism.
0. Like, you know, I'm like, damn. I mean, he took pocket pass to a whole other level, bro. Like, you ain't never in the cops ain't run from the cops a day in your life. but overall, so best quarterback now is Teddy Bridgewater. Like I said, yep, that's it. Yeah. That's the guy. So Kyler Murray's 2nd and Russell Wilson 3rd now. Aaron Rodgers 4th. Shouts out to you, huh? Aaron Rodgers 4th in the voting. You know. Okay.
34 touchdowns, 34 interceptions. You know how that go.
Well, you balanced.
Oh man, eating W's out here.
Your quarterback rating ain't too bad if you can even like that. Yeah, I get it. But yeah, man. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think that just looking at the standings, it's gonna be a good playoffs. I definitely say that. It's crazy though. Now let's think about the storyline we just talked about a few seconds ago. The Ravens and the Packers, who are Super Bowl opponents, are at this moment not in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's wild, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Not in the playoffs right now.
This NFC West division though, it's like ridiculous, yo. Like it's like so it's going to be hard.
It's like the real West.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know. You gotta win in your division if you're not in the West. Like
true. Yeah, you can kiss that wild card goodbye. Because I mean, it's 7 teams, so you get two out of the West, and then you can get a second team like the South can probably push one into the playoffs. You know, because Corey right now is in the playoffs right now. He's 8-5. He hadn't played this week yet. But yeah, I mean, I see Joe won today. He beat Jokey, but I mean, he's 8-6 and he's sitting on the sideline right now.
I mean, yeah, he's fighting for it. I don't know, man. That's a hard one to call. I mean, that win might propel Joe to try to make a little run last 2 games. I don't know. Man.
It might. So I mean, it depends on who he got next. Let's check his schedule. He's played all the division games yet? Have you played him twice?
I played him twice. Yeah. Okay. Yep. He took 2 L's. Yep. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Blessings, brother.
So
favor ain't fair.
He's stupid. He's stupid. So check this out. So he got the Falcons and the Eagles last.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you got to earn it. You got to earn it.
Yeah, because Falcons fighting too. Falcons a game away from him. So I mean, if he went out, he could possibly pull it off a playoff spot. So yeah, he needed both of those victories. So I mean, it ain't gonna be easy. Plus, he got to play in Atlanta. Is Zeke still hurt? Because I think Zeke was hurt.
Zeke is hurt.
Zeke
is hurt.
Okay.
That's why I'm shocked that he won, because he was definitely one-dimensional against me on our last game.
Oh, okay.
So if he ain't running, Joe, if he ain't running, he ain't winning. There's no comp.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. If you ain't running, you ain't winning.
just chalk it up. But the Saints got the Bucks and the Niners to end it, so that's not a cakewalk either.
Yeah. Let's put the Cowboys in there real quick. Zeke is the start. Zeke in the game. He's back. He back. DeMarcus Lawrence is hurt now. DeMarcus Lawrence having 3 weeks, but Zeke back though. So he played. Let's look to see the stats in the games you just played. So let's see what Zeke did. So that's probably why he won. 27 carries, 181 yards, 3 touchdowns.
How many carries?
27.
27.
And Dak Prescott only had 15 tries, 15 attempts in the past game, and with 2 interceptions. Yeah, man. Yeah. Teddy Bridgewater threw 4 picks in this game. Christian McCaffrey didn't do well on the ground either. Only person that had a good game in Carolina was Robbie Anderson, who he's been actively trying to shop, for the last 2 years. So it was a rough one, man. He took a L. Definitely took an L. But Mark Cooper had 1 reception for 55 yards. That's the leading receiver.
Jeez.
This is crazy.
Jeez.
Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, wow. 27. Matter of fact, check this out. This is really going to make you laugh. Ezekiel Elliott had 27 carries, but Tony Pollard had 4 carries for 42 yards and a touchdown.
32 snaps out of he only had 15 passes the whole game. 32 rushes.
Yeah, that's it.
They say balance is good.
Yeah. All right, Clay Davis. Oh man. Yeah, the air raid attacking for a joke, it didn't work out too well because like I said, Teddy threw 3 touchdowns, but he threw 4 picks, so that was an issue. That cover 4 and that man coverage was doing him dirty. You know what it is. Yeah, that's Joe cover 4 palm. Like, man, I'm gonna call him Rosie Palm. He play cover 4 palms like he's going out of style, my dude.
He a religious man. You got to cover for a God in Philly, and he be praying to him. I guess show me the way, Lord.
See, now it's the only difference. So you got a base cover 4 versus a nickel cover 4, so that's the only difference. Nickel wide down cover 4 palm. Let's go. Man aligned every play.
I'm saying Palm Sundays out here. Man.
Cover 4 Palm Sundays. It's Palm Sunday every Sunday in Dallas.
Right. Come get some. Come get
your blessings. Man. So man. Yeah. So let's go back to the home page. So it's a tight race, like you said, though. Man, it's hard to call. I mean, it's definitely when we talking about one game could mess around and you take one bad L this point in time, which you probably shouldn't be the playoffs anyway. You're gonna take a bad L right now. You got to be playing well going into the playoffs. Yeah. You can't back your way in.
Right.
So one loss, you could be sitting home. Period. But I like it. We got because we read the playoff race from top to bottom, which I think is going to flop a little bit because B-Man took a loss, so he's 10-4. The Browns and the Chargers are 11-3 apiece. Bills are 8-6. Raiders are 8-4-1. They tied. Did he tie with the Giants? Is that what I saw? Yeah, they tied with the Giants.
Wow.
Yeah. So Jokey said Robbie Anderson's still on the block, by the way.
Good luck.
Right, good luck. Yeah. So then you got the Jacksonville Jaguars 8-6 now. I think that win with the against the Cardinals propelled them back into the playoff position. So then the Cincinnati Bengals 8-6 right now. Then the Ravens are outside looking in I think the game that the Bengals beat the Ravens is putting the Bengals in the playoffs right now because I think they haven't played again because I think they played the last game of the season, which could be for the playoff spot. The Bengals versus Ravens last game of the season. So I think the Bengals are in the playoffs by virtue of beating the Ravens early on in the season. because they got both the same identical record.
So Ravens have the Raiders and the Bengals that ended.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting.
It is, because I mean the Raiders got to win and stay in the hunt too, because they could be 2 losses and they could be out too. So yeah. Because have the Raiders even played this weekend? Let me see. No, they haven't. They played the Patriots. They got to play Timo, so you got to play the Patriots. So the Raiders. Yeah, the Raiders haven't played yet. So they need to win that one and the rest. So yeah, it ain't gonna be no gimme.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And on the NFC side, like I said, the Cardinals are 12-2 now. The Washington football team's 10-4. Not Falcons, but the Panthers are 9-5. Vikings are 9-5. Cardinals, not the Cardinals, but the Seahawks are 11-2. 49ers are 10-4, and Saints are 8-5. But hadn't played yet. And the Packers are technically on the outside looking at 8-6. And so is the Cowboys, and so is the Falcons, because the Cowboys are 8-6 as well, and the Falcons are 7-7.
It's crazy right now.
Yeah,
definitely crazy. I mean, Dallas' only chance to get in is in the wild card. So I think that East is locked up, if I'm not mistaken, with the sweep.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, because you only got 2 to play, and you're already 2 back, and yeah, you 4-2 in the division. He's 3-2, and I think 5 and Rail is struggling a little bit now. So, So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't know if they're gonna give you that Y yet on your name, but I mean, 1 win and you definitely done. As far as the division concerned.
I don't know. That's a tough call for that 7th seed, man.
It is. I mean, let's look at the Saints. Who the Saints got the last 2 games too? That could be that could tell a story as well, because I think they still have to play this week. Who they got this week? They got the Eagles yet to play. No, this is good. This is a good one. It's a good one, because he got the Eagles this week, and then he got the 49ers, and then he got the Bucks to end it up. And the Bucks are 8-6. The Bucks don't show on the stat sheet, but they 8-6. So they trying to claw their way into the playoffs as well.
Man, I know Joe out there praying heavy to the cover for a gut.
Yeah,
come on.
Yeah, come on with it. Come on with it. Yeah, so yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, man. Like I said, you got to play well right now, and you got to treat these guys like playoff games. If you don't, you're gonna be sitting home.
Jeez.
Yeah, man.
This is interesting, man. This is more interesting than I thought it was, to be honest.
Yeah, I had to look at it. I had to deep dive into the standings, because I didn't even realize the Buccaneers were 8-6. Like, I mean, let's go down the list. Like, the Cowboys are still in the hunt. The Packers are still in the hunt. The Saints and the Bucks are both in the hunt. Technically the Falcons are 77. Then you got 3 teams above 10 wins in the West. You got 12-2, 11-2, 10-4. The only person that's really not doing well right now is the Rams. Everybody else is 500 or better, in most cases. Lions and Braves struggling a little bit, but I think they're rebuilding, so
eternally.
See, I thought I'd give it some credit.
The building funded a black church, brother.
He said it's like a building funded the black church. They eternally rebuilding. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. That is funny. That is funny.
Crazy.
Oh man. That is too funny. Eternally rebuilding. I hear you. Yeah. But yeah, so that I mean, shouts out to the Lions and the Bears for sticking in heavy with us, man. Pause if needed, but but man. So yeah, I mean, it's tough race in the NFC. I mean, it's tough race in the AFC too. I mean, only people that kind of got I guess you can say a stranglehold in the division is the Browns. I mean, they're 3 up, right now, with 2 to play. The Bills technically got a 2-game lead, but I mean that could change. Did they have the Bills play this week? Yeah, they played. So they technically got 2-game lead with 2 to play, so that could change. 2-game lead with the Colts, because the Colts are taking. Let's look at the Colts schedule. I took a peek at this before we started. Now this is interesting, because I think he was like something in 1. I want to say. And then he messed around and lost the title bad. Like he lost the title 62-21. Oh no, I take that back. He lost to Kevin first. 52-31. Then he lost the title 62-21. Then he turned around. He beat the Titans. That might have been a sim. Then he turned around and lost to the 49ers 34-7. Then he got the Chargers next week.
This nasty right here.
Yeah. He went from he was the number 1 seed the whole year. He messing around gonna be a wild card team.
God damn, yo.
Yeah, he took a fall. I mean, I don't know if you
your ass boys. Wax no home. Golly. Jeez.
Yeah, man. He don't like the West. The NFC West, it wasn't nice to him, bro. It wasn't nice to him at all. Because I mean, he took 2 beatings from both, all 3 of them. All 3 of y'all.
All three of
y'all. He took a beating from the Niners, the Colts, and the Seahawks, and the Cardinals. Jesus. He said relax in the chat. He said relax. My fault, big man. We just hey.
Just you finish or is you done?
Just the facts. We'll see you next week. We'll see you next week in LA. We'll see what's up this week coming in LA, man. We'll see what's up. But yeah, man, it's he definitely on a downward spiral. We can't, like I said, you can't do that going into the playoffs, bro. You got to right the ship. But don't try to write it against me, though. I'm just letting you know that right now. Yeah. He got a number 1 rushing attack. You got a number 1 rushing attack in the league. He averages 160 yards a game.
Jonathan Taylor balling right now.
Definitely is. Definitely is. Yeah, he looking good too. He got $41 million in cap space. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, man, that's wild though. That's definitely wild. I'm still tripping off that building story comment. I ain't let that one go yet. That's eternal rebuilding. Like
eternal rebuild.
Oh man. So I guess we're gonna have to try. I mean, unless you ask some, overall league things you want to address. I don't really think I got nothing. I'm really perturbed by this whole abilities thing. I'm gonna say it. I hope that that y'all are men of respect and integrity, and y'all not changing these abilities. Even if because it's so bad that you can change the ability before a game and then change it back after the game, nobody would notice. And I think EA really screwed the pooch in how they doing that. So understand this: if you get caught, it's gonna be a severe penalty. I'm gonna be real about it. But I'm hoping that y'all wouldn't think to do that. Changing the ability just to get an advantage in the game and then change it back. That's Bush League. We don't do that around here. But until such time where they give us the ability to turn that ability off and where you just get what you get. I mean, you do. Y'all know how to do it. Y'all develop guys in a certain manner to get certain abilities anyway. So, it shouldn't be a situation where you got to change the ability just to get what you want. I mean, I think you should have left that in mud. You shouldn't have gave that in that manner. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't have gave that manner. If there's a glitch, because I think a couple of players had a glitch. I think the Lions had a guy who had a glitch on his team where his ability never showed. So I had to I changed it for him. So, but because it was just a question mark, like it never appeared. And once you get a superstar trait, you automatically get one ability. You know what I'm saying? So his was just sitting there blank. And I'm like, why is it blank? And his ability was supposed to be a return man because he got that at start of the game. I think it was Jamal Agnew, because he had a superstar ability as a return man. So I gave him his return man ability, and that was cool. But in situations like that, we should be able to go in and change those.
Absolutely.
But yeah, but if you develop a guy in a certain, archetype, you should get a decent ability according to the archetype. You're not going to look for an enforcer or linebacker trying to gain preference as a pass coverage guy. It ain't work like that. You know what you're doing. I mean, cats know what he's doing. I mean, let's be real. So they know what abilities work and what don't, and if you don't, I'm sure there's a YouTube video out there to tell you. Let's just be real about it.
Nah, you know how that go. I don't know, man. I like to think that we playing with some stand-up brothers, so I don't think that's an issue.
I hope not. But I mean, when the chips get down, especially with this rice being tight, as we talking about it, we bringing light to the situation that the race is tight. For a playoff spot, cats might get a little shady. There's some dudes that with just the I mean, I've seen cats change position on people just to get them back in free agency. I mean, we've seen some stuff now. Let's not act like everybody's people ain't in the collection plate.
Who was that 1 year? I forget what player it was, but they moved him from a quarterback to a punter and signed him back in free agency or something like that. Like signed him in. I don't know. It was weird. It was like they signed him for dirt cheap as a punter.
Yeah, somebody did it to a wide receiver. They took a wide receiver, changed him in a cornerback, and somebody caught him before they could re-sign him because they were going to try to re-sign him for dirt cheap, but they were trying to keep their receiver, and they were just going to change the position back. That's where the whole position change rule came from. Because people would change the positions just to keep, because if you sign a guy, he's a wide receiver and he's been putting up numbers, and you make him a cornerback, his overall is going to be low, and he's not going to, as an low overall, they're not going to take a lot of money to sign. So that's why they did it. You know, so it is a bit, real. The reason why we had that rule, you know, but you can't change certain positions because of that. That's the main reason why we did that. So yeah, that's exactly what happened. Quarterback change, wide receiver change, you know, because they knew they were asking for buku bucks, and they decided that they would want to change their position enough to stick them in free agency way low on the totem pole. See, the problem they messed up was because it was a notable name. It was a recognizable name. So if it wasn't a recognizable name, they probably would have got away with it. You know, but the fact it was a recognizable name, somebody caught him like, yo, why is this X, Y, and Z in free agency as a cornerback when he's really a wide receiver? Yeah. You know, so yeah, man.
I mean, do we want to talk about the Haskins trade? I mean, I feel like, brother, this has come up before as a topic of conversation, but do we need a council, okay, to approve these outlandish trades, brother? I don't know, man. I honestly, I do feel like the Niners, they took an L on the trade just to get Deshaun, but it's still the fact. Like, I don't know, man.
I'm curious because I'm curious about the cap hit for the Texans though, because Deshaun had his deal done prior to we starting, so he took the brunt of that whole cap hit just to trade him. You know,
find out. Jeez,
I'm gonna find out right now. Wow, $23 million this year and $52 million next year in cap hit.
Good God,
yeah,
God damn,
yeah.
Yo, why though? What? Why? Tell me why. Like,
I don't know. But it was smart, but it was smart in a little bit because but by the time Nick Bosa's contract is up, he'll be out of the woods. Yeah, you know. But so what Haskins gonna ask for though? Because Haskins gonna mess around and win awards. You know, so you gotta sign. So you gotta sign Haskins and Bosa the same year. So he might have did right. He'll suffer for the next 2 seasons because this season's pretty much over. So you don't really get worried about the $23 million. It's the $52 million next year that you got to be concerned about. So. But Haskins and Bosa are still on their rookie deals at that point. So by the time their contract comes up, his money be freed up. So he might have did right.
Honestly, but hold on, I didn't peep the way that Watson deal was structured, even in Madden, yo. Like this year and next year, he only making $500K in salary. All that money was
bonus. Wow.
Bonus, yeah. Wow. But 23, 24, 25, he making 32, 37 mil.
Okay.
But you know, that's the other thing about EA and how lazy they are. Yo, why can't you structure front-loaded and back-loaded contracts?
Why you can't restructure? Period. Why you can't restructure it towards the end? You know what I'm saying? Like giving people guaranteed money or giving them all guaranteed money or all contract, depending on what they would take to try to restructure and work your cap better. Why didn't you do that? You know,
it's trash.
Yeah, it's trash. I mean, you know.
And then they shafted the Chiefs because I mean Mahomes only got a 7-year contract in Madden. Like the dude signed 10 years. Right. Like, give him 10 years.
I don't think we'll play much more than that. But I mean, you know, season wise. But regardless, they definitely don't give him a 7-year deal. But that's the thing. The max you can, and that's been that way for years. You can only have a max deal of 7 years regardless in Madden. It's always been that way. You know, because they figure people don't play more than 7-8 seasons if you're doing a whole online franchise.
That's true.
You know, so I mean, some people may play more. I mean, it just depends. But I think that if you got a 432-man league, you can't get into more than 5. You know, maybe 7-8 seasons, maybe 9 if you hustle. You know, if you got a 48-hour advance window every week and you stick to it, then you might be able to get it through. But you know, outside of that, I don't see how you had it time. You just the numbers just don't work out.
Yeah, that's facts.
So yeah, that deal was wild. I mean, you know, he swapped a young quarterback and a young X Factor lineman for Deshaun Watson, basically. That's basically what he did. I mean,
just so he can run around.
JJ Watt, just so he had to escape artist and JJ Watt, but JJ Watt's 32 years old already, and he got a signed to an extension. He got a 2-year extension from him off the rip. The moment he signed a trade, got an extension. So he got a 2-year extension off that. So yeah. You know, so winners and losers, who won and who lost?
It's the money. If he ain't had the $52 million, that's an outlandish cap hit.
It is
outlandish. I mean, I think overall, long term, I think that's a good look for the Texans. I think they definitely came up to acquire Bosa and a solid quarterback. I mean, especially if you're not a dude that abuses the escape artist ability.
True.
So, but I don't know. It's just, you know, certain players, when they get certain players, it's like, how did you let that happen?
Right. You but like you said, he don't got to deal with it because he in the AFC.
That's true.
So that's the NFC's problem. So, you know, I mean, you know, I think that, I mean, let's be real. I mean, Theron won with Haskins last year. You know what I'm saying? He just needs somebody that's accurate quarterback. He don't really need to run around. So I don't know. I mean, he definitely was taking off XB man. He was definitely taking off, and he was out of there. The moment he didn't, that first read was gone. He was gone. So, and he didn't even get no draft compensation for real. Because like I'm talking about the Texans. Like they still only got they got a first, second, third, fourth, a fifth, no sixth, and a seventh. So they didn't really get any draft compensation. So they drafted.
I think he got a second though, also. Did he?
Maybe the second round pick is the 49ers pick. Maybe it is. But now he got a second round pick in the deal. So yeah, I mean, if he drafts well, he holds on to the team he got. I mean, because he got Geist running the ball. Because he's been out of the commission for a little while. His TV was jacked up. So, so he ain't played the whole season yet this year. So he come back strong next season, he might be all right. I mean, you got a quarterback, you got a running back. He got Will Fuller. So I mean, you got decent tight end. I mean, I don't know what that line look like, but his D line is looking better. So, but when you give a good player a glitchy player, then that just makes it lopsided in a lot of people's eyes.
Oh, no, I got a lot, but this is the same dude that was ducking Jokey though. So I don't know, man.
Oh, that was Spazzy. I thought Spazzy was ducking Jokey.
Oh, was it Spazzy?
Yeah, it was Spazzy. Spazzy was picking last.
Oh, it was Spazzy.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, Spazzy was ducking Jokey. Yeah, Justin didn't ever. I think he picked way earlier than that.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So that's that. So So I mean, I guess we can try to call. What we gonna feel like these standings gonna end up being, what the playoff match is gonna be. We can try to do that.
This a hard one, but yeah, let's get into that real quick.
All right. So let's start with y'all. Let's start with NFC.
So NFC, I mean, looking at it now, that number one overall. All right, first, I think we need to see who the Cardinals got down the stretch, and that I think because it's going to be tight.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think if you don't got one of his division mates to play, it's probably going to stay the same, in my opinion.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
So you don't think Tayo can take that leapfrog and take that 1 seed?
Well, no. I mean, I didn't know he played first. That's before I said that before I knew he played. So now I know. So now you get the Seahawks and the Titans last.
Yeah. And then the Seahawks got the Cardinals and the Panthers. So that's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting. So yeah, man. If I had to call it, I think Cardinals stay 1. Mm-hmm. And then I actually think just because of the schedule, between Jokey, Cardinals, Seahawks, they all going to beat up on each other. Mm-hmm. I think Washington gets the 2 seed. My schedule down the stretch is pretty light. All disrespect.
Is it? Okay, I remember that. I remember that.
You know what I'm saying? And then I got the Bucks and the Chargers, so light schedule.
Okay. We'll see about that.
And then so you of course you got the Niners and the Seahawks in the wild card. You're gonna have the Panthers taking the South 100%. Mm-hmm. And then in the North, that's actually tight. I think I gotta give it to Maisie, the Super Bowl champ from last year. Got my man Maisie taking that division. Okay. I think he only 1 game back right now. So
he is, and they play each other. They play each other next week.
Okay.
Yeah, so they play each other. Now I'm gonna go back for a second because the Cardinals play Seahawks, and the Seahawks beat the Cardinals early in the season, 20-9. So if Tayo wins that game, then he could be the odds-on favorite to get the division. So it depends. I mean, whoever win that game, I feel like they're gonna win the division and probably get the 1 seed. That's what I feel like. For that. Now going back to the Maisie Burf situation, like I say, Burf is up by 1 game, and I think that's only by virtue of the losing to the Bengals today, and they play each other this week. So who won the game the first matchup? The first matchup, was it
Burf? Burf got it.
Yeah, Burf got
10-24.
Right. So now the Packers at home, and we could talk about weather because we're talking about Lambeau in the dead of December. So we could be talking about weather in this regard.
SNS ain't going to be a factor in that. You know what I mean? No. So
I mean, it pretty much boils down to who run the ball better. I think that might be a difference. If I had to, I just for the simple fact that just for feel like Maisie. Feel like he got screwed in that Super Bowl. I'm gonna go with Maisie too, man. Hopefully he can get that division title, man.
Got to defend his title, man. Got to defend the belt, man.
Got to do it.
And 7th seed though, I mean, so you got the Vikings, you got the Saints, you got the Cowboys, you got the Bucks all scrapping for it.
They are. Some teams play each other. You know, they go mess around and play each other out of the playoffs. Period. Like, you know.
What is the tiebreaker? What if they all end up 10-6? Like, what is the tiebreaker?
Flip a coin. Because I'm not gonna act like I understand EA's logic with that, because it doesn't follow the real rules in a lot of cases. Right. So I just flip a coin. Like, just pray to the man gods. You know, that's it. Pray to the man gods and just hope that you get in. You know, but I would like to try to keep my own destiny in my own hands and win as much as I can. Like, I would try to win both my games, you know, the last 2 weeks, and hopefully that it'll push me ahead and I'll be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
because like I said, everybody got tough games. Like I said, the Falcons got to play this week. They got to play. What do they play? I'm just talking about it. Falcons still got to play. No, they play this week. They got to play the Cowboys next week. So the Falcons and Cowboys play. So that's an interesting game because they both fighting for a playoff spot. The Saints still have to play this week. They play the Eagles. Which is, I mean, let's be real. You know, people haven't been really saying nothing, but you know, Rail might be 5-8, but he's won some games he wasn't supposed to win.
He ain't a 5-8 dude.
He's not. That's not it. Yeah, he's lost some games, but it's been all his games been close.
Mm-hmm.
You know, unless he won going away, like he beat 48-11, but every other game has been a shootout. You know, so he beat 5 bad twice, 38-3 and 48-11. Yikes.
Yo, shout out to my man 5. Yo, bless that brother.
Yeah, appreciate it sticking it out, man. Like, you know, it's rough. You know, he's had a rough couple of years, but
he got that dub today though.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that game. I ain't get to see that game, but that was back and forth.
He was playing hard, bro. I was like, yo, this nigga is pulling out all the stops, yo. Like audibles, like 18 audibles.
I ain't going over. Like, that's what he said. I ain't going over in this joint. That's what he said. What I ain't gonna do, like he basically looked at him like he ain't gonna let you talk shit to him. He knew that he had to beat you one time. I think that's what it was. He's like, yeah, I just can't let this nigga beat me twice. You know, I think that's what that is. You know, and I think that was the extra motivation. You know,
word.
Yes, indeed. So, yeah, that's 17 stuff to call, man. I'm just gonna leave it. May the best man win. I'm not even gonna call it. May the best man win. I don't know.
Yeah, I can't call that one. That is hard. That is hard.
So yeah, but AFC, I think, like I said, we already looked at B-Man's schedule. It's tough going down the stretch. It's tough. You know, I think that, I honestly, truly, you know, just based on current trends, that he gonna mess around and be a wild card team. You know, I think it's between me and Vince is gonna be the 1 or 2 seed. If I had to say it, you know, I think the Bills, by virtue of they're winning the division, I think they're going to be the 4 seed. I think the B-Man end up being the 3 seed. I think that's how it's going to shake up.
Yeah,
it'll be the 3 seed.
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Now the interesting thing is what the Raiders, the Jaguars, the Bengals, and the Ravens going to do, because they're the ones that's in the hunt, and that whole dynamic could flip. Like, everybody got 8 wins. You know, I mean, the Raiders' only thing that's kind of a wild card because they got a tie. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I want to see who the Bengals play, because I mean, we going to, of course, you know, Proto give us these long, drawn out explanations in the chat. You know, so let's see who he got last. He got the Texans last. He got the Texans next week. Then he got the Ravens. I need to see that Ravens game.
That needs to be must-see TV.
It has to be on TV, bro. I need to see it. That Ravens game, that's going to be a fall of money right there. I'm telling you.
Yeah. I think that is going to be 7th seed right there.
It could be. It could be, because I think the Bengals going to beat the Texans. I think the Texans ain't really got nothing to play for at this point. They 2-12. You know, he was basically looking at it from a top 5 pick standpoint. Right now they're picking 3. So yeah, they ain't got much to play for. You know, they are playing, but they ain't got much to play for. So I think the Bengals will win that game, but then they got to play the Ravens at home. The Bengals have played the Ravens at home the last game of the season, so that's gonna be interesting. You already beat them in Baltimore, 24-9. So, you know, so we gonna see. That's must see TV, like you said. But yeah.
Coach could probably get that dub. Coach got the Ravens next week. I don't know, man. Yeah, so he could put KT out of his misery early.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, because KT already won this week, so he got the Ravens and they got the Raiders and the Bengals last. So yeah, I mean, if you lose 2, yeah, you going home. Yeah, but you know, I mean, has he figured it out yet? I mean, you know, it's like, I hate to say it, but it's like playing the Bears is kind of like playing the Jets in real life. That's your make right game. Like you kind of get your offense back together and get your confidence back by playing the Bears.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he got his confidence back. He might got his swagger back a little bit. So first of all, the Raiders got to get past the Patriots first. That's number one. Because let's be real, Team 08 might be 5-8, but he ain't a 5-8 guy. So he can play. So he got to get past that. Then he got to play the Ravens next week at home. Then he got the Broncos last. So and that's always an interesting game because the Broncos are 6-8, but they're not a 6-8 team either. Because I swear, between him and EA, they always in the game with me. I don't understand. We're talking about 3 holding penalties in the first 2 drives. Stymie and leaving me first and 20. Every time I get the ball. Type of deal. So, so he could be playing spoiler. Who knows?
I need that type of fortune in week 17. Come on.
Oh yeah, I bet you do. Look, you're already asking for Madden to help you out.
Hey, do what you gotta do.
Okay,
Palm Sundays out here.
We'll see. Palm Sundays, you down with that too? Now?
Palm Sundays.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So so I think that I think it's gonna be real interesting, man. Like, it really depends on, because I think I don't want to call him up and down or inconsistent, but coach. 1 week he playing, Ruggs got 1,000 yards receiving and he win going away, and the next week he lose the team he's supposed to lose to. So
I think also in the AFC, man, you got to be able to run the ball, and looking at coach numbers running, what's his rank there? I saw he only had like 90 yards average on the ground. I just don't think in the AFC, with the type of defense that gets played and the type of pace that those games are played with the dudes that can run the rock efficiently like they can over there, that's going to get it done. But
this is the interesting thing. He's second in run defense in the whole league.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He might not be running the ball well, but he got a good run defense apparently. So, that's if he can stop your run, and he's not running the ball well, but he's 8th in passing yards. He got 247 yards in the air on his offensive side, and he's only given up. But he's 12th in passing yards on defense, so he's playing solid D. And let's be real, KT has an affinity to be a passer. So you're already looking at it. You're already going into it thinking that he already knows how to stop the run. So you probably, mindset might be like, I can't do that off the breaks. I'm gonna have to throw. So if he plays him for the pass, it could set him up for failure. Be real. If you scheming, you scheming the game plan up. So
yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and call Bengals, call Raiders. I do think the Raiders can tough it out against the Patriots, and I think they get the W against Baltimore.
Okay.
So that shapes it out, right?
Yeah, I think almost. Yeah. We got what the Jags gonna do? The Jags got the Rams, who aren't playing well right now. Which I'm gonna call the Jags being in the playoffs because he got the Rams and the Texans last. So I'm calling Los in the playoffs already. So he's gonna be 10-6. He's in there. So it's just a matter of who's gonna win that 7th spot. Like, coach, if coach wins out, he's in, and it's just up to the Ravens and the Bengals who's gonna be the last guy. That's really gonna be a boil down to. And then I'm gonna say about the AFC as well. The 7th seed, I'm just gonna may the best man win. Because I think that if coach wins this week, I think he's in pretty good position because he already had 9 wins. He's ahead of the curve. He's 1 hit game ahead of everybody else. Yeah. So I would say that he probably gonna make it. But it's just a question of what that Bengals and Ravens game gonna be on week 17. Whoever win that game is gonna be the one.
We need to see that stream. That's all
definitely
I got.
Definitely do. And I told Proto, I said his stream quality is better. We need to see more of it. So, he got a stream. He got his new internet, new house. So, he's doing pretty good for himself now. So he should be able to stream in 1080 and nothing else.
My man Proto.
Yeah, man. So let's talk about these awards. I'm gonna show it on screen real quick while we talking about it. Let me get to the screen first and get out of here. Let's talk about it. All right, so we technically in week 15, but pretty much everybody played, but outside of 4 or 5 games, I think. Maybe less than that. Let me look at the site real quick. How many games has been still to play? There are 5. 1, 2, 3. 5 games left. So with 2 games left to play, essentially, we're gonna call it that. Jonathan Taylor's leading the MVP race. Doesn't know somebody's surprise. You know what? The top 7 are all running backs.
That's wild.
It is wild. There's no wide receiver or quarterback in sight. Like
top 8, top 8,
top 8,
top 9. Top 9.
Wow.
Yo, that is wild, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Taylor, Gibson, Mostert, McCaffrey, Mixon, Miles Sanders, Nick Chubb, Matt Breida, Aaron Jones, then Teddy Bridgewater. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah.
Madden 20, is that you?
Right. And the same thing with AFC Offensive Player of the Year. All runners. Because I think the kid Evans is a runner for the Bills. So yeah, the top 7 are all runners. Top 8, 9. Dwayne Haskins by virtual trade is only at 10.
God damn, EA.
Taylor, Mixon, Breida, Chubb, Lindsey, Evans, Dobbins, Penny, Gordon. That's 9. And Haskins is 10. Crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Defensively. Defensively. Kenneth Murray is winning Defensive Player of the Year right now, along with Javin White. Hold on, my phone ringing. Somebody call him. Yeah, so Javin White's 2. Nathan Wake, who's a rookie, they're drafted by. That's the guy I was talking about from the Jags.
Yeah.
Nathan Wake, he's the D lineman I was talking about. So he's 3rd in the Defensive Player of the Year, not rookie, but Player of the Year.
Wow, yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's crazy. Dope. So then Jason Drake, the free safety from the Raiders, is 4. Edmonds is 5. Derwin James is 6. Abram is 7. This dude got 2 safeties in the top 7 from the Raiders.
That's secondary nasty.
It is. I mean, corners are, but the safeties are great. Outside linebackers and the safeties is crazy for them. Then Jared Wilson, another guy he drafted in later rounds from Jaguars, he's 8. Davis, a guy from the Jets, is 9, and Marcus Peters is 10.
Juice, man.
Yeah. So Caleb Layman of Rookie of the Year is leading, and DeMar Allen is 2 for them. KJ Cummins is 3. I think I talked about those in the rookie premiere, so we're gonna go over that too. So Defensive Rookie of the Year is Nathan Wake, no surprise, then Jason Drake, and then Terrell Martin from the Patriots, and then Emmanuel Maynard, who's I think he's the X Factor. It's so funny about Maynard, right? Because Devin got stuck with that draft glitch, and he couldn't pick his player, so he let the computer do it, and he didn't want to pick a safety, but they picked him up an X Factor safety in the process. So he ain't mad about that auto pick. So yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. So talking about quarterbacks now, Haskins by virtual trade is number 1. Derek Carr is number 2 in passing right now. Jacob Easton, that's the Colts quarterback. I didn't know who the dude was. Jacob Easton is the quarterback for the Colts. So he's 3. Baker Mayfield surprisingly is 4.
That is very surprising.
That's very surprising. Yeah. Gardner Minshew is 5. Joe Burrows is 6, and Patrick Mahomes is 7. Followed by
Patrick Mahomes, man. Send him to Washington.
Oh wow! Oh yeah. Hey, you gonna take that cap in? You crazy? Well, I mean, strange things happen. I didn't think Deshaun was gonna leave Texans either, so I guess I ain't gonna say it can't happen. But he got traded last year. Patrick Mahomes got passed around a little bit. He got traded like 2 or 3 times. He was in the Cincinnati for a little while, got franchise tagged a bunch of times, and then got traded to Minnesota?
Come on, man. Let's not bring up that Cincinnati. I mean, yeah.
Hey, let's keep it moving. So Josh Allen, Cam Newton, and Justin Herbert round out the top 10. So I mean, running back, we didn't really got to go over that. We already discussed that. That's the same way the MVP race in the player, the offensive player of the year is running.
Oh, who's number 10 though? I need to see. Derrick Henry. All right.
Oh, yeah, right. There it is. There it is. So Paris Campbell is number 1. No surprise there. They got Tyreek Hill 2. DJ Chark is 3. Henry Ruggs is 4. Kenny Galladay. I forgot Kenny Galladay was actually in Cincinnati. I forgot that. He's 5. Odell Beckham is 6. AJ Brown is 7. DeMar Allen is 8. Brandon Cooks is 9, and John Ross is 10. The Bengals got 2 in the top 10. Picture that.
Yeah, that's wild. Now that's kind of crazy because he mixing all day.
Exactly.
Mixing all day.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
I'm also. I mean, I didn't know the Colts had AJ Brown. That's
he snuck this trade off. I didn't realize he got traded. Yeah, he snuck.
Division.
You're right. Yeah, who does that? Yeah, that's crazy. I have that. B-man, when you're in the chat, man, tell us who you traded for AJ Brown. How you pull that off, bro?
Out here slipping Mickeys. God damn, B-man.
You sending pineapples to Hawaii or something, bro. What you doing out there, bro?
Oh man.
All right, we're gonna skip O-line, but D-line, Myles Garrett in 1, Ryan Kerrigan's 2, who's actually playing for the Titans right now.
Yeah.
Cameron Hayward 3, Jerry Hughes 4, Carl Nassib is 5, Josh Allen 6, Ed Oliver 7, Chris Jones 8, DeForest Buckner 9, and Joey Bosa 10. All right, Kenneth Murray is leading best linebacker right now. And then Javin White 2, Tremaine Edmonds is 3, Khalil Mack by virtue of trade is 4, Terrell Martin for the Texans is 5. I think he might be a rookie. Miles Jack is 6, Von Miller 7, Shaquem Griffin, is 8, CJ Mosley is 9, and William Gay is 10. Best DB, Nathan Wick is a defensive back, dude. I thought he was a lineman.
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
I thought he was a lineman. I swore, but now he was a lineman. He's a defensive back. And he's winning all. He's at the top of all these categories. He's number 1 in DB. And then Jason Drake, who's a rookie, is number 2. Jared Wilson is 3, who's another rookie for the Jags. The Jags defense is young, and they're gonna be ugly for a couple of years, bro. They're gonna be ugly.
Okay, Los.
Yeah, that would be why we beat the Cardinals today. You know, defensive boys is balling. So going down, Peters is 3-4. Ashton Davis, I think he drafted him cornerback for the Jets. Carl Joseph is 6. Chris Harris is 7. Grant Delpit is 8. Adrian Colbert is 9, and Derwin James is 10. Best kicker, Michael Badgley. Flip over to the nice NFC. Let's see here. Offensive Player of the Year. No surprise, Christian McCaffrey, dual threat, running and passing. Gibson is 2, Most is 3. I mean, we'll go through. We already know his running backs. We didn't even go through this.
Right.
Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Kyler Murray are 9 and 10. That's probably the only thing you really need to know.
Right.
So Eric Kendricks is 1 in defensive player of the year right now. Jeremy Chin is 2. Ironically, he had a good game last week in real life. Sean Murphy Bunting for the Bucks is 3. Isaiah Simmons is 4. I'm telling you right now, Kevin knew what he was doing. I just realized, I see Isaiah Simmons and Budda Baker at safety. Crazy. Darnell Savage is 5. Emmanuel Mosley 6. Jabril Peppers is 7. Jabril Peppers is a buck. When did he become a buck? When did he leave the Giants?
I don't know, yo.
I missed that one too.
That was the Levante David trade.
It was. You're right. You're absolutely right. It was. Yep. All right, so Harrison Smith is 8. Jalen Smith is 9, which is ironically he's that far down because I'm gonna show it on screen while we talking about it. Jalen Smith's stats is crazy. He has 65 tackles, 3 sacks, 6 forced fumbles, and a pick. That's crazy. To be 9 with them kind of numbers, that's crazy. And Tavarius Moore for the 49ers is 10. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Floyd Kennan for the Seahawks, their running back, is number 1. Vince Baber is 2. Harvey Harris is 3. Taj Purnell is a rookie for the Cardinals is 4. Eli Batagillo, I don't know whatever his name is. QB from the Bucks. Yeah, the Tom Brady successor who he drafted early. Craig Favors is 6. George Patterson 7. Joel Hunter is 8. Mike Culliver is 9, and Zach Fry is 10. Defense Rookie of the Year, Joe Davis for the Washington football team. What position did he play?
Corner.
Okay.
Corner, baby.
Okay. When did you draft him? What round did you draft him?
Was he second round?
Okay.
Yeah, early second round.
Okay. Cool. Oscar Wiggins 2. George Allen 3. Jadarius Landry 4. Jose Cabrera 5. Pat Matthews was I talk about Pat Matthews. Pat Matthews is a superstar X Factor corner that Rail drafted in the first round. That was crazy.
The Eagles stacked, yo.
Listen, and they get out of cap hell this year coming. So all the young dudes that he's developing right now, because he said he's playing all his rookies. He let all the old dudes play sparingly. All the young dudes is playing. So next year they're gonna be a problem. So you step your game up over there. Especially like I said, he cover for God is what you call
it? Cover for God,
yeah. So hey man, the cover for gonna be more elite.
Seriously,
yeah. So Deion Hannon is 7. So Trent York is 8. Greg Harris is 9, and Dre Benson is 10. Dre Benson was actually his first round pick, and he's 10 in this rolling. So best QB. This is interesting because Deshaun Watson must have been some trash for the Texans because he's not even in this listing. But Teddy Bridgewater's 1.
Out here.
I know. Teddy Bridgewater 1, Kyler Murray 2, Russell Wilson 3, Aaron Rodgers 4, Jared Goff 5, Jordan Love 6, Matt Ryan 7, Will Greer 8, Eli for the Bucks is 9, and Dak Prescott's 10.
Hey, yo, the Rams do really cut Jared Goff. Yo, we ain't talking about that.
Bro. Yeah, he do. We didn't. Yeah, I don't know why though. Like I would at least put him on a block though. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta get something for him. Even if it's a mid-round pick. You know, you could just take the cap in and be done with it. And who's his quarterback? Let's look at this. Let's talk about who his quarterback is real quick.
He got a rookie. And I blame me because I was in his PMs hard for George Patterson because I was going to draft that dude in like the 5th round.
Okay.
And but his CPU drafted him or whatever, like right before me.
Okay.
And I'm like, George Patterson, and he must have been like, oh, George, he must be, he probably got hyped, but I mean, the dude's balling for him, but I'm just trying to figure out, Corey, what type of notification system do you have? I swear, Jared Goff lasted in free agency for 0.2 seconds before he.
I think that dude literally checks the transaction log when he logs in. Before he plays, when he logs off, like he checks it religiously because I never see him drop in free agency like that. Like he was releasing sign before the roster got signed to daddy leagues.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's crazy. We ain't gonna talk about the running backs. We already know what that is. Wide receivers though, Emmanuel Hall, that's your man. You trying to figure out how he was getting all them yards in San Fran. He's top receiver right now. Rico Gafford from the Saints is 2. Curtis Samuel is 3. Isabella is 4. DK Metcalf is 5. KJ Hamlin. Y'all clowned Maisie for getting Hamlin for the first round pick, but he's 6 in the running right now. Scary Terry is 7. D Hop is 8. Chris Godwin is 9, and Scotty Miller is 10. Man, I say the Bucks be air raid, boy. You like the only one that got like 2-3 dudes in the list. Like he got Godwin, and Miller. The only person got 2 people on the list, I think.
Hey, trade me for a net, yo.
Oh, that's your man. That's your man. So yeah. So D-line, Yannick Ngakoue. Look at this. The Vikings have 2 D linemen at the top of this list. Yannick Ngakoue and Daniil Hunter are both at the top of this list. Cameron Jordan's 3rd. Grady Jarrett's 4th. Fletcher Cox 5. Deron Payne is 6. Trey Flowers is 7. Derek Brown 8. George Allen 9. And Matt Ioannidis is 10. Ioannidis I get out of Washington. You traded him?
I traded him. I forget what we even got in return for him. Well, it was a good trade.
Oh, okay. All right then. Yeah. All right, that's all you can say. That's all
I can say. Yeah, that's all good.
Now, this is about right, I think, from a linebacker perspective, because Eric Kendrick is numbers 1, and Jalen Smith is 2 with all them numbers, and then Devin White is 3. Bobby Wagner 4, Lake Van Der Esch is 5. He got 2 linebackers in the top 5 with Jalen Smith and Lake Van Der Esch, which kind of makes sense. I mean, they both tough in the game. So, yeah. Cody Barton for the Seahawks is 6. Davion Taylor is 7 for the Eagles. I think he's another rookie. Devontae Davis 8. Drake Greenlaw, your superstar guy, he's 9, and Danny Trevathan is 10.
He's injured. I think he was 4 at one point, man.
Oh, really?
Was going to take.
Damn. Okay.
That's the Apke trade right there. Yeah, I mean, I was trying to make a.
You trying to do what?
Trying to make a point, yo. Like y'all speed demons out there.
Yeah.
95 speed, safety, 68 overall. For a superstar.
Right. Give me that 95 guy for 2 firsts.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, speed, man. These dudes fall in love with speed, man. Speed works, but it ain't everything.
Right.
It ain't everything. So yeah. So DBs, Sean Murphy Bunting is 1, Jeremy Chin 2, Mosley 3, Savage 4, Travarius Moore 5, Harrison Smith 6, Isaiah 7, Darius Slade 8, Xavier McKinney 9. That's your nemesis right there.
Mm-hmm.
And George Odom 10 for the Saints. And best kickers Will Lutz. So yeah, that's gonna pretty much round it out. I mean, we'll see how the way that they go for the last 2 weeks. Who gonna win what? But it's definitely a thick race.
Man, tight season right here, man.
And there's only season 2. We got a long way to go. Long way to go. So yeah, we're gonna see, man. We'll try to do another show. Because by the time next week roll around, it'll be the playoffs because we're talking Sunday will be week 16, and then Tuesday will be week 17. So playoffs start next week, next Thursday.
Hopefully we can get through it though, because you know how playoffs be. Sheesh.
I know. Yeah, I don't understand how dudes can play, back to back. It's one of those things where the game is meaningful. It's one and done. Like you win or go home, so they want to play, make sure they got the A game. I don't know. I guess that's what dudes' thought process is. I can't tell you. But they definitely drag all that 72 hours to the very length in the last minute, bro. They'll play at 1 o'clock in the morning if it's a regular season game, but they ain't playing at 1 o'clock in the morning if it's a playoff game.
Right.
I need to be bright eyed, bushy tail for this game. So
facts.
Yes, indeed. So yeah, man, that's pretty much gonna wrap it, man. I think we went through pretty much everything. Like I said, we'll try to do this, try to get back on regular with this, much as possible. We can maybe squeeze in another show maybe next Friday, before the playoffs really kick off well. Kind of go through what we thought and what our prediction shook out.
Word.
If you missed it, replay will be on YouTube as well. I'm recording this, so we'll get it up on YouTube as well. So if y'all missed anything, y'all can catch the replay on YouTube as always. MNFL Sports One is the YouTube channel. MNFL_network on Twitch as always. The MNFL on Twitter. Follow those channels. Turn the notifications on so we go live. Got any final words, Bev?
Hey man, just say your prayers. It's coming for guys out here. Palm Sundays. Let's get it. That's all I gotta say.
That's all you gotta say. I dig it. All right, man. So that's gonna wrap it up. We're about an hour in, so we're gonna wrap it up this week. We'll try to get y'all next week another session of MNFL Friday nights. Until then, we'll holla.
Yes, sir.
Peace.